Hey folks, how you doing? Steve here. Just a quick update on the trailer. I've done just a tiny bit of rearranging. Not a big deal, but I guess it's an update to the a la carte deep dive in the fact of, and I'll flip this around. Hello, backyard. So battery bank, I've changed the battery bank in and of the fact that I now have this additional DC B118 fast charger, and it replaced the 112 that I had right there. And that is because I just received a new kit purchased by the company that I half own, and it was a kit that had a new circular saw in it, and it came with a charger. And also it came with a brand new 8 amp hour battery. That's the only 8 amp hour I own, so very cool. Other than that, I just took apart half of the cubbies to rearrange things, and so not a lot has changed here. But when I get to here, this has changed to where I've combined the track saw and the new circular saw. This is a DCS 574, 7 1/4. Oops. 7 1/4, and I've combined them in the same cubby. As much as I want to have a divider, if I put a divider in, then it's like this is just ever so slightly large, so I'd have to come over to here. Same thing with this one, although that one actually half encroaches. So if I put them together, it still works. It's just fine. It's a little bit of a larger cubby. I do like the dividers, to be honest with you, but this works just fine, and I actually gained space. So what was here moved down: multi-tool, router. I kept my cut sheets and a few manuals there, but then I moved the rest of my sandpaper from here, and I put my jigsaw right there, and I kept my manuals. I just have a few reference manuals that I've had for years, and they just sit around, so I put them in here. Here is a static image of the original arrangement of that tool cubby area. You see on the extreme right where the sandpaper was, and still partially is, then the track saw, then the 3 small tools. That, of course, all rearranged to accommodate that second saw and just to create a larger cubby. Otherwise, up here, I have combined it's my palm sander and my cordless palm and my cordless orbital, which is relatively new. And I went ahead in the back, and I have a corded palm sander back there, and I have a corded mouse, one of those Black & Decker mouse sanders back there. So I combined these together. I removed the orbital from here down. The orbital pads are still back there. I've got to figure this out. This is kind of a work in progress. Here's a static image of that original cubby as it was, where I have 2 palm sanders that were both corded prior to the battery powered, and I have the orbital on top along with kind of a weekender Black & Decker belt sander that I've had forever. So that's the original way the cubby looked before I started adding cordless tools and kind of leaned out some of the other sanders. And this drill came over here because it's long, it's awkward, and that seemed to be a nice little place for it because it's narrow. And it used to live in this cubby here, which is very full. I have my rotary hammer, I have my mixing drill, and I have a corded hammer drill, which I probably don't need, to be honest with you. This, I think, can come out. And if this comes out, then most likely I can bring that back over. But this is a little bit of rearrangement that I have done, and it's so easy. All you need to do is remove these screws, pull this strip off, then all of these just slide in and out, and then I can rearrange at will. So that was fun. That was fun. So there we have it, but I do not have a place for this brand new flashlight. So I just hung it there on a hook, and it's kind of convenient if I come in and the trailer's not plugged in, then I can certainly do that. Gives me a little bit of light back there. So it's not really a bad location for it, but it's kind of inconvenient. And I do have 2 flashlights down here. I have my old 18-volt gooseneck, which I still like that gooseneck, but I wish it were brighter. If they would make an LED in that, I'd be all over it. And I have my LED, which I really appreciate this one as well. So I really just don't have a place for this flashlight, but other than that, it's working. I like it. Okay, there you go. Update to the a la carte, basically rearranging the tool cubbies.